Hi, everyone. I'm Cynthia Toussaint at Women in Pain Nation. And today I'm going to do a hot take interview. These are bite-sized conversations with women in pain and other pain experts that speak to the experience of those of us with chronic pain. And today I'm going to be talking with the lovely Ms. Kathleen Sutherland. There you are. Hi, Kathleen.
Hi, Cynthia.
You are a writer, I'm going to embarrass you. You are a lawyer, a yoga instructor, and so much more. You are also my friend. And thank you so much for being here and being our very first hot take interview. So we were talking, we've kind of gotten each other through some really difficult times over the last couple of years. We've helped each other out. You've helped me quite a bit. And we were having a conversation about 3 weeks ago that I was really interested in. You were talking about a friend who, as a woman in pain yourself, just didn't get it. Do you remember that conversation? Can you just kind of bring all of us in?
Right. And it just, I think it's when these things happen again and again, you start to get really aggravated too. But the basic theme is, well, would you be able to take this trip? And I can't travel. I haven't traveled anywhere for 10 years because part of my chronic pain syndrome is it's difficult for me to sit up for very long. I sit up for an hour. I have special cushions, so traveling just doesn't work. And I said again, it's like, no, I don't, and I can't travel. And she's like, oh, couldn't you just take some painkillers? And it's just like, I didn't even know where to start. There's so many issues around that. But it occurred to me it's that people tend to forget what your limitations are, even when you think they know you well enough and should know. And then there's this common misconception that things could be resolved temporarily or permanently with painkillers. And, I even had another family member say to me once, oh, you're so strong, I would have resorted to painkillers long ago. And it's like, well, I would have too if they worked.
I'm sorry, but that is very funny.
Right.
Wow.
Which also implies that I'm making my life unnecessarily difficult by not taking advantage of a solution that is there.
Right. Oh, good point. And I feel like I remember asking you, do you think that your friend just didn't believe you? And
well, I mean, you kind of feel that way. I don't really think that. I think she maybe just wasn't thinking in the moment, thinking it through. But I definitely get that impression from other people occasionally. People who I think should know better, like a family member I have who continually asks me to run errands or do favors. And it's like, I can't do that. I've got a very limited energy, limited amount of time that I can go out. I can't just pick up and routinely run errands for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, to some extent, it's like people just don't understand. And
do they just not believe us, or do they really they just don't get it, or do they just want it to be better?
Yeah, I think that's part of it. And then you have to wonder, it's like, is it because they don't care? Or, and that would be hurtful, that someone hasn't taken the time to understand or
to listen, to listen, to really hear.
Right. To really hear. And I also think there's a lot of people have trouble understanding the concept of chronic. And so it's like, well, I've known you for 10 years and you must be better now, right? Or, if they haven't seen you for a couple months.
A cutoff of how long we can be sick or be in pain, right?
Right. And it's like, or it's sort of like, even if I routinely say, yeah, I can't do this or that, or I'm managing my pain, like it becomes sort of normalized to them. I heard a rather profound statement once. Someone said, chronic pain becomes, everyone gets used to chronic pain except the sufferer, so
Interesting, but we're kind of saying the opposite, that people just don't get it no matter how many times we say it. Because I mean, I deal with this so much too. I hear things that are actually really hurtful that people say, but you don't look disabled. Or
Right.
I've heard, but you're too slim to be in a wheelchair. And I definitely know that they're doubting me, if not just downright disbelieving me. And that I was at my Y last week, and I brought up being disabled to somebody in the dressing room, and she said, "Disabled? You know, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?" And then I said, "Well, notice where I am." And she said, "Oh, that's right. You're on the bench. You're always on the bench." And I said, "Right, that or the shower stool, you know." And so I kind of explained to her, I choreograph my every move here at the Y. And it's very interesting when people finally do, like, having that aha moment that you really are, but still, it's almost as though they still keep sort of doubting it.
Right. Or they have some sort of image of their mind of what disabled looks like. And I've heard other chronic pain sufferers say this, but when we're out, we are able to be out. You know, they don't see us on the days when we can't get out. I mean, we're at our best. We have some energy. And because I don't get out much, I'm also usually kind of happy and upbeat when I'm out.
Yeah, me too. I know.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my God, I'm out of the house. I'm savoring it and making the best of it. So people, oh, I guess you're fine. You know, you look okay. And
yeah, exactly. You know what they do with me? If I'm walking my normal, you know, length distance that I can walk, they're always saying, "Oh my God, you're so much better." And it's like, I'm actually just the same. But I've learned to just not say anything. And then they'll just notice when I'm not so much better. That frustrates me too, that they can't get that, you know? "Oh, you're so much better. Look how far you walked." And it's like, that's how much I've been walking for like the last 35 years, you know? That's frustrating to me. And another thing that I hear a lot, and this just happened to me again, people who don't know me very well, when we do something together, they'll say, "Oh, Cynthia, you must be so tired. You better go take a nap now." I have pain. That's very frustrating that they don't really know the difference. They can't delineate between my pain and being tired.
and energy,
You know, and
right?
I'm always hearing, and I feel like I'm kind of being babied. "Oh, Cynthia, you know, we've all done something. Cynthia, you better go get a nap."
Right.
It's just frustrating that people don't get it, isn't it?
Yeah, that really is. And you know what's nice is some people do get it. I mean, they're, you know, your fellow pain sufferers, but also
Yes.
some normies who
Yeah.
take the time to listen, or maybe they have a gift for empathy, but they really do understand. And it makes me appreciate those friends so much. But then it does make you wonder. It's like, you know, why is this so hard for other people to understand? And you know, on this issue, I think the most important thing is, because we wonder about the judgment. Are they not believing me, or do they think I'm emotionally frail, or am I trying, like with this relative that continually asks me to run errands or do things that I really don't want to spend my energy on, or my pain on? I would say, you know, when I go out, my pain will escalate. And then I have to come home and bring it down. And some things are worth doing that for, and some things aren't. And right, I lost my train of thought there, but yeah.
You know what? John gave me the wrap sign anyway, so I think we have to continue this later.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. No, this is a great. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, it's like yeah, great discussion, but right, I was just going to say that you can get the impressions people are thinking you want to shirk your responsibilities by saying, "Oh, I'm in pain. I can't do that."
Ooh, I have to really think about that. That's disturbing. Yeah.
Right.
Ooh, okay.
And that makes me feel really awful.
We're Wonder Women. Everything we're warriors. We're out there, you know, surviving what is so difficult, chronic pain. And we're not shirking our responsibilities. So what an interesting thought. Thank you so much, Kathleen Sutherland. I love you so much. Thank you for being the very
first
hot take interview here at Women Game Nation. And everybody else, thank you so much for joining us. This was really so much fun and a great, great conversation. And please join our conversation in the comments below. Let us know what happens when people don't get it with you. What do they say to you? How do they look at you? Do they give you advice? Do you give up on them, or do you try to educate them? Tell us. Kathleen and I want to know. So thank you so much for being here, sending so much love to all of you and the universe here at Women in Pain Nation. Bye-bye.